Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Bruce, how you doing? Yeah, I wish I could play like that guy. Joe, how you doing? Thanks for joining, man. Pepto Joe, good to see you. Great, glad you're doing well. Get to be fall around here. Looking outside the window and notice the leaves on the trees are starting to turn a little bit. Beautiful time of the year, but it means that the warm days are going to be quickly behind us, at least here in the Northeast, and that cold, chilly crap that I can't stand will be coming soon. So. Anyway, I got a fun stream ahead here. New Hampshire. Oh, yeah. Orlando's much nice place to be in the wintertime. It's already 36 in New Hampshire. Holy crap. Yeah, well, North Carolina, you guys don't escape that morning cold, you know. Probably never gets much below 40. Maybe into the high 30s, but beautiful part of North Carolina. What's that lake? Lake Norman? That's an area I was looking at. Yeah, Lake Norman's a nice area. You're near Charlotte. Yeah, my wife has relatives in Charlotte area. She's been down there. I've passed through there. I've never actually been there, but Greensboro. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, listen, thank you very much for joining this morning. Happy Saturday. And yeah, I spent some time in Raleigh-Durham area a long time ago, but yeah, Charlotte was actually an area we were looking to potentially relocate to, like Lake Norman, I guess. There's another lake around there that we were looking at. That's really nice. Potentially, we kind of like to be near the water, you know. Hey, Sly Robo, how you doing? Thanks for joining this morning. So yeah, basically, yeah. So we've got some fun in store for you today. We're going to be we're going to be flying an OnAir online manager. I want to give you an overview of where I am. I've been grinding away on the Thunder server, trying to earn some virtual cash to build up virtual airline, which I've already started, and kind of like working privately. Hey, Cracker, how you doing? Thanks for joining this morning. Which I already started, and I've already purchased the first FBO. Kind of decided to build the airline in the Nevada, California desert area, Arizona desert area around like Lake Mead and around like Las Vegas, McCarran, around there. So I've got an airport that building an FBO. Surprised at how long it takes to build FBOs on Thunder. I actually put the FBO order in last night to build it, and it's going to literally take 6 days, like real days. Like, what? I'm looking at like the upgrade I did on the 18th. The upgrade estimated 924. I'm like, losing my fingers. I'm like 2018, 19. 6 days? It takes 6 days to build an FBO? So I'm not being critical of OnAir, but to build an FBO from scratch would probably take like months, right? So if you want to be realistic, like either do it months, or if you don't want to be realistic, just do it like in a couple of hours. Like the other thing was like I had a transport from where was I? I was in Virginia at an airport. No, yeah, Maryland, Frederick, Maryland. and I needed to transport out to the Rockies because we're going to be flying in the Rocky Mountains today in the Citation, using the VR Aviation livery that Sly Robocop created for the group. Appreciate that, Sly. We're going to get into that in a few minutes, but basically, it took 4.5 hours of real time for that dude to for my dude to transfer from FTK to the airport that we're going to. It's like, okay. But anyway, um, yeah, so let's take a look at where I am. Let's see. Just give me a second here, guys. Um, before I get going, be sure if you're interested in On Air to check out the Facebook group that we've got going. The On-Air Airline Manager Users Group, pretty descriptive. We've got about 50, we've got 53 people joined, getting about 20 a week. So if you're interested and you want to create a place to communicate with folks, I know we got this. I know they've got a great Discord server, but this is another area. If you're into Facebook, that you could join and hopefully connect with people. I have a feeling that once this thing gets going, you're going to be wanting to trade stuff and communicate with people and stuff. So in any event, so check that out. The On Air Airline Manager Users Group. Okay, on Facebook. So basically, let's see. So this is my private account. They call it a company, but it's just me, right? So I've been grinding away with the Challenger 300, Challenger 300 and X-plane. I love flying on air and X-plane because I've got like a great procedure, and I can like do like 3 or 4 stops and put a flight plan together and just like bang 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 bang. And like yesterday, I think I did like 1,800 miles or so, 2,000 miles in the what do you call it, in the Challenger, and cranked up some cash. So we've got 852K. Amazing. I remember like when I had 10K, 20K, like I was flying Cessnas and TBMs, and I'm like, man, am I ever going to get to the point where I could do something in this thing? But yeah, so did that, and actually, I haven't bought any assets yet in my private account. Okay. I probably should just name this my name. Maybe I might change that because it's confusing with the virtual airline. But in any event, so what I did do though is I set up a virtual airline called VR Aviation Air. Okay, VRAAA. Okay, so I think I'm gonna see if I can change my name, the other one. But in any event, I actually had invested, let's see, I think 750,000. I've been just transferring money over into this thing, and finally yesterday I broke down and I decided I was chatting with a few folks on Discord who are interested down the road in getting involved with this, and I opened this FBO up in at Kingman. Um, Pretty moderate FBO, nothing major. But if you take a look at that, let's see, go to FBO. Where the hell is it? FBOs. All right. So if you see here, there's the FBO. And if I cover over here, it says upgrading until 924. Woo. Gonna take a while. So I think I bought 10,000-gallon tanks for fuel. I set up a couple of hangars. So we'll have a workshop there. People can prepare their planes and they fly in. So we're going to start that. And if you take a look at where this is, it's right here. So here's Las Vegas, right? Here's McCarran, and Kingman is right there. Now it's not a towered airport, but it's actually a pretty nice airport. If you look at the airport diagram, it's got the runways are pretty long, 6,800 feet, 6,700 feet, so easily to land like the Longitude or the Challenger there, or even probably bigger jets. Reasonable hangars, and it's a nice airport, so it's a good place to start. It may not be the hub at end up being a hub, but it's a place to start there. And the plan is to build around that in that area. So that's the thought. So that's what I'm thinking. I was deciding, oh, where should we go? Should we do in the Northeast? Well, I've been flying in the Northeast for like ever, and want to have a place where it's sort of like interesting. And when you fly in this area, if you look around here, you got Lake Mead, you've got the Colorado River, you can fly to SoCal, you can fly to New Mexico. The Grand Canyon is right here. There's some really great places to fly around here, and the scenery in both Flight Simulator and X-Plane, if you're using Ortho and X-Plane, is phenomenal. Ortho and X-Plane in the California desert is, to me, every bit as good as FS 2020. I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're out of your mind." I'm telling you. I mean, I have high-res Ortho, so I've got pretty dense Ortho out there. But when you're flying these mountains, they look amazing. The Grand Canyon looks amazing. I've got like really good Ortho for all that I built. So I mean, yeah, when you look at the water and stuff, it's X-Plane, so that's not going to look great. But the landscape is really cool, and it's a challenging place to fly. You have to be aware of the terrain, and you're not just like always setting your altitude at 5,000 and you're never going to hit anything, right? You have to really be cognizant of where you're going, and especially if you're flying low and slow, you have got to do some planning. So that's what I kind of like about it. It makes it challenging. And the other addition that's really cool about this is that this is all, if you're into Pilot Edge, which I used to be and plan on getting back into, this is all the basic Pilot Edge area, right? So for like the basic package of $20 a month, they've got towered airports, majorly towered airports in this area. So that would mean if you're going to fly in OnAir, and you're going to fly in our network that we're going to create, you're going to be able to do that in Pilot Edge, which I think adds another element of realism. So I'm trying to like think it out, for the long term, so that those who end up getting involved with the airline, with the virtual airline, are going to find hours of continuous enjoyment out of it. That's the whole idea, right? So Kingman is going to be our first leg. We may find some other places to be here. I'm still kind of like figuring out how FBOs all kind of work. So, so basically that's the plan. All right. So, I still got about $500,000. These are all, I haven't asked anybody for any investment yet. I'm just kind of doing this on my own. There's a lot of unknowns in virtual airlines right now. Like I know there's this one issue where if you had a rogue member that decided to go and rent a like 747 and not put any passengers in it, or you know, fly it for personal use, even though they're renting it under the VA, they could basically suck out all the money out of your account. So I've got to get my hand. I don't want people to put their work into building up this thing and then have something like that happen. And anyway, so I'm trying to get my head around that. And it's complicated, and right now they don't have a manual for it. That there's some basic information to how to get it started and a few things about virtual airlines. So I just thought it'd be prudent to sort of like wait and see and just keep generating capital, and get to the point where it's got enough enough money asset to be able to buy a couple of jets or whatever. I'm thinking like buy a Longitude for like 2 million, 2.5 million. I would want to buy a Challenger for like 2.5 million, something like that. So you got two jets. Jets are I'm telling you right now, you got to get, if you want to make money on Thunder, you got to get to the point where you can fly um, a jet. You got to fly the Longitude, something like that. You know, something where you could put 10,000 pounds in it, because the jobs are bigger. You know, like I did a job in the Challenger the other day. Um, that was $250,000. It was 2 stops or 3 stops, and in like an hour, I made like $250,000 with it. And that's how you build up the money. I mean, listen, it's really cool to fly the TBMs, and we'll have some of those in the group. But the TBMs are not gonna, you know, this is when you look at the value of money in on air versus the game of FS economy. FS economy's value of money is much lower, right? Like a Citation X, which is comparable to, I guess, the Longitude, is like 1,200,000 or something um, in FS economy. It's double that price for the Longitude in on air. So everything is like you need to earn more to be able, and like it costs you, you know, it cost me almost $250,000 for that FBO. So these are things I'm learning about on air, that the value of money is higher. You know, it's a more it's a the currency exchange is higher. Yeah, so it's like it's anyway, just interesting stuff. So so far I've done 54 jobs, pretty decent amount. Um, I'm level 6. Reputation is 30%, so almost 31%, so creeping up there. If you take a look at the skill level, I've got bank loans initiated, hiring agreements. I needed to do that so I could hire a co-pilot, because you have to have a co-pilot for the Challenger 300, which is confusing because it's the same as the Longitude. And the Longitude, you don't need one. Not that I want to see them change that with the Longitude, but in any event. And then I've got obviously passengers. So the other thing is, I'm not too worried about this stuff here, because now that I've got the virtual airline going, when you're in the virtual airline, these are all, there's no skill point. Um, um, you don't have to go after skill points in the virtual airline. You automatically have all the skill levels. So I'm not too worried about it as a personal, on the personal side. I'm more worried about it on the what do you call it side. Now I guess you would need to have like hiring agreements if you wanted to fly. Well, maybe not. I'm not to think about how that works, but anyway. So this is where I am as a personal, um, and yeah, so that's where we are. All right. So if you want to fly with me today, hit the East US server, and I'll be at KRIL, Rifle Garfield County. Gonna fly to K. Let me show you. Here's the plan. Here's the job. We're gonna go from Rifle County, KRIL, Romeo. What's I? always forget I. Lima. Romeo I Lima, and then Springerville Municipal. That's where we're gonna be going. We've got 7,160 pounds of electronic devices, going 333 miles. So it's a decent clip. This map will fill in here in a second here. It's a decent clip, and it's going to be along the Rockies. So let's do this first. So let's clean that out here. We're going to go KRIL, and we're going to go to KJTC. So you can see this is our route here. We got the Rocky Mountains. I think Aspen is around here somewhere. So eventually I want to get to Aspen, but I couldn't find a flight there. But anyway, so you can see here we've got some high elevations, right? So I'm probably going to want to go around this. So we probably want to do like here, right? Maybe not quite that far. Maybe like there. Yeah, that's cool. Not that we're gonna fly high, but we want to be able to see these mountains, you know, rather than be right over them. And now I'm pretty sure JCT is non-towered. Yeah, it's non-towered. So we'll want to come in This is good. This looks like it's an interesting approach here, right? Because you've got elevation. You got a 7810 right there. Your altitude is 7,055. So you've got a little bit of it. You got like a 800 or 750, 760 foot bump right there. This is going to be an interesting one. Coming in this way doesn't maybe makes things a little easier, but looks like it doesn't. So we're going to come in that way. Can't come in that way. Don't have enough runway, so we're going to have to come in that way. Let's try it like there. Okay, it's 6 miles. Let's see if we can. I think that's about as good as we're going to do. So let's just look at the airport and see if we can look at the approaches. 2-1 is what we're going to be coming into. I don't see any RNAV. Oh, there you go. There's the RNAV for 2-1. So the RNAV for 2-1 takes you around. Let's see. So we're going to we hit the MBCVE. Okay. We'll see if we can shoot that approach. Now this is depending on whether or not Microsoft Flight Simulator handles the approach well. That's the other problem. But this is basically going to be the plan. So we're going to want to land at 2-1. And we're going to get some nice views there for sure. I'm going to put some snow on the ground, look kind of cool. These are the peaks right here. You can see this is the core of the Rockies right there. So in the distance we should have some nice peaks. All right. All right, sound like a plan, guys? So let's get on the ground. We're going to go cold and dark this morning. We'll go cold and dark. And so we're going K-rail, and I didn't have the approach, the RNAV here. I looked here. I've got it on high altitude, IFR. That's what it's got me going. I guess that's a reasonable flight plan. Let's see what it has me doing here. Two, one. Oh, that's kind of nasty. So the question is, do I leave it up to ATC or do I just put the flight plan in myself? Because I don't quite trust ATC. What do you guys think? I don't, especially around the mountains. Like right now, I don't trust ATC, and I don't trust the the RNAV approaches. I don't trust the autopilot to shoot the approach properly. So I think what I may do is I may just fly VFR. And I may just put in the vector that we talked about. Yeah, have woo, and let me just do that. I'm just going to do that. So let's go to, let's go to HAVWU. So that way we can get a good view of the mountains, add, and then we're going to go IWEDU. And that should set us up for a reasonable. See, there's no GPS point here that's gonna. I mean, it's gonna set us up so that will at least be somewhat aligned. And I have a feeling that once we get there, we're gonna have to like eyeball it, if you will. So let's do that. I just don't trust ATC. Sorry. I don't know about you guys, but I just don't trust. I've had so many, and especially this last update, like a lot of stuff is broken. The sensitivity is broken. The FLC. I haven't tried FLC on the Longitude since this upgrade, this patch. I did try it on the TBM, and when I hit FLC, when I had the FLC set up, taking off, I had it set for like 140 knots, and climb into like 12,000 or something, and I hit the FLC, and the plane took off like a rocket. Like it literally went like a 40 or 50 degree pitch, and started, got to the point where it was gonna stall, and then to recover that, it was just like a nightmare. It was not a nightmare, but it was, uncontrollable almost. So anyway, let's follow our own destiny, if you will. All right, so we've got a reasonable flight plan, and we'll just do VFR flight following. Let's just do that. All right, flight conditions. We're gonna go all players, so join me on that server if you want to fly. We're gonna put some snow on the ground. I want to put some snow on the ground, so we'll put we could change this once we get there. Now, the thing you got to think about with OnAir is you got to worry about the simulator time, because right now it's it's what is it, mountain time, so it's 8 a.m. there. I guess I could just go with standard time. We shall see. I can always abort it and try again. So let's do with snow depth at like 12. We'll see what that looks like. Few clouds, light wind. All right. Let me go back to OnAir. And I want to make sure my simulator, I had it plus 5 hours. I don't want to do that. So we'll just go to even, because right now we're at 10 a.m. Eastern. So mountain time will be 8 a.m. Should be good. Right. So, all right. That should be good. All this stuff to configure, right? All right. And meanwhile, all the time that I have these menus running in Microsoft Flight Simulator, my graphics card is running at 99%, which is bizarre to me. I don't understand that at all. Anyway, so yeah, so 8 a.m. Let's do 8 a.m. And let's get this going. I think I covered everything there. We're going to do cold and dark. So you guys can yell at me or correct me if I do something wrong, but I'll use the checklist. We're going to be, by the way, we're going to be giving away a 1-month subscription to OnAir this morning. So one lucky winner is going to win a 1-month subscription to the OnAir service, which you can actually, if you're new, you can do your free trial for 7 days, and you can add this on when you get to your 7th day. So you get a little bit extra time. So I wanted to ask you guys while we're waiting here, what do you guys think of the new patch? Are you guys happy with the new patch? In reading social media, especially on Facebook and those Facebook groups, man, some nasty people in those flight simulator Facebook groups. Whew. It's like they're rooting for a sports team or something. It's like X-Plane versus Flight Simulator. Who's going to win in the big battle? Give me a break. Hope you win too. You screwed up your free trial. Okay, so you want to give it another try. All right. It works in a longitude, and just make sure you have auto throttle on. It should pitch the aircraft. for that speed. You know what I heard, Michael, is that what I read in their patch release was that autopilot, auto throttle doesn't work for takeoff. Is that true? Like it only works after 400 feet is what I've read. You've had some real issues with the patch. Yeah, a lot of people have. A lot of people have. Bandwidth too low for data streaming? What? That's ridiculous. I've got 500 megabits per second. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm going to do a test here. Give me a break. Let's do a speed test. All right, I'm doing a speed test. There's my bandwidth. Look, download speed. (562 megabits per second). How is my bandwidth? How do I not have enough bandwidth? All right, we're going to have to figure that out because I can't run an offline mode here. Hold on. Holy crap, look at the data consumption. I guess that's for the month. 87 gig. Jesus. Oh, wait, that's for one day? Data tracking reset day 1? Oh, you're not. Okay. All right. Someone told me you were. That's why I was doing it, Michael. Let's see. You haven't had. I'm looking at Joe. I just want to read here. So Joe says I haven't had near amount of troubles with that patch that I hear some folks have. Yeah. Wish they fixed the taxi lights. Sly Robo says CPU running like 20% range or teens, and GPU is pretty much the same. The only thing that is really high is memory is like 68%. All right, with the new patch, Michael, you're not supposed to use the auto throttle. My God, 87 gig. All right. So I turned on the graphics. Okay, the Hey Diesel, how you doing? Good to see you. So I guess we should be good here. Okay. Okay. Well, we don't have snow on the ground, so that's kind of messed up. That's kind of messed up. Let's see if we can do this here. That didn't work, so. All right, that'll do. Yeah, but they said that it doesn't. I use it too. It's easier, but they said that what I read in the release notes is that it doesn't work. I'm going to try it. I'll see if it works. All right, so let's take a look at the VR Aviation livery. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Thanks to Sly Robo for creating that. You got the logo on there. Got the nice colors. He's got the red stripe. Beautiful. Really nice. I really appreciate it. Did a nice job on it. Isn't that beautiful? So, yeah, so we're going to be, yeah, I really like the way it looks. And the logos came out nice and clean and crisp, and it's got a really great, sleek, easy look to it. Awesome. Good job. So we'll be flying this pretty much from now on. When I'm flying the Longitude, I'm going to be flying this livery. And, yeah, so... What did I want to do here? I was just thinking something. Oh, I wanted to change the bloody tail number. Sorry, guys. I got to go back to the main menu. I can't have that tail number. I know this is going to take a little more time, but got plenty of time today. Got plenty of time today. But thanks again to Sly Robocop for creating that wonderful livery. All right, so let me go in here. Oh, I got to set this shit up again. Damn it. Go back. Where the hell do I set that up? Options, general, traffic. Is that where you do it? Where the hell do you do it? I forget. I always forget where the hell you do it. Oh, I know where you. Never mind. Hold on. World. Go to Cessna. ATC options. Tail number. We're gonna go Nancy. Sorry, November 328. Charlie Lima for the Citation Longitude. And the call sign is going to be VR. Going to be VR Aviation. No, we're going to be just Longitude. That's the call. That's the call sign. Otherwise, it's 8 Charlie Lima. Let's just do that. All right, so let's do that, and then we're going to go there. What do we say? KJCT? No, GC. Yep. And then we said we're going to go, come on, make sure we're coming into the right. We want runway 121, right? Yep. Where the hell's the waypoint? Where's the waypoint? Come on. Damn it. Okay. Oh, yeah, we have 2 waypoints. We're going to go HAV, WU, VWU, add. And then we're going to clear that, and we're going to go IWEDU. Sorry, guys, I forgot to set up the call sign. I just hate to have that, like, stock call sign. So there's our runway, and there's our waypoint. So there we go. Just double check our conditions. Let's try the snow depth again at 14. I think it was 15. Okay, all players. Good. Here we go. Yeah, it could. Yeah. Oh, Diesel, you're out in the. Oh, what a beautiful area to live in, man. Yeah, I figured we'd get out into some. We're gonna start doing that, moving around a little bit and flying to some nice areas and stuff. And I'm not sure. Like, it took me 4 hours to transfer my dude from Maryland to the Rockies. I would like to fly over in Europe, and I'm gonna probably plan on doing that, like on a Saturday stream. But I'm gonna have to allow enough time for my guy to transfer over there. So that's in the plans. Because I want to get over around the world. You know, we got people. Actually, Australia would be cool too. I know we got Paul and a few others from Australia. Um, so that would be kind of fun.
Romeo India Lima traffic Cessna November Tree 28 Charlie Lima taking off runway 26 departure to the south.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do. Darn it. We gotta go back because I forgot to do cold and dark. So many things to remember. Did an African tour and you. Oh, cool. 2 days to get. It took your guys 2 days to get there? Like real days? I didn't know Cumulus was real time. All right, I got to go into world map again. I got to go into the airports again. I got to do this again. Before I do that, let me put myself on the ramp so we can. And guess what? Just oh, there it is. Whew, I thought it just crashed. Got to put myself on the ramp so we can do cold and dark. You had realistic turned on. Okay, that's ridiculous, dude. 2 days. So basically, you can't use the service for 2 days. That's so weird. I mean, I gotta tell you, I mean, I really like OnAir. I think it's a great service, but I'm not wild about this real time transportation. I don't know why it would be at a disadvantage if everybody was able to transport instantly. I'm not sure why that wouldn't be. Just make it the same for everybody. Don't give the option, right? All right, well, I want to make sure I'm thinking about this so I don't have to do this again. So we go 15 inches. We can always change that. Few clouds on the server. Everything's good, right? We got the right livery. We got the right airports. All right, now we're going to do it. Yeah, I guess I just don't. Well, that's the way to do it. But the problem if you do that, if you rent the jet and fly over there, then you got to keep using that jet there and fly it back because you would get hit with massive charges if you got rid of your jet there. So actually, you have to, if you own your own jet, then you just fly around the world. That's probably what is the best thing to do, right? You just own your own jet. Like you need the range, so when they fix the longitude, and it's got a 4,000-mile range like it's supposed to have, instead of 800 or 850 miles, then you can fly that thing pretty much around the world, hop to hop, and go where you want to fly. So that's the other question. Why? I mean, can't they fix the couldn't they fix the longitude in the first patch? I know they were fixing a lot of things, but couldn't they change the longitude to have? I mean, how hard is it to change it so it has more fuel capacity and can handle more weight? They have to have that coding as an object that they can quickly modify for every plane, right? I mean, if they designed it the way I would think you designed it, right? I don't know. All right, we're going to go by the checklist here, guys. So let me go checklist. The checklist is not too extensive. You need to have the option to buy an aircraft when you're ready. Already have it rented as well. Yeah. So like buy the aircraft that you're renting. Exactly. That's a simple one. That's a really simple one. There's a lot of things that need to be taken care of. All right, parking brake. I just want to see where that is. Okay, that's it. It's set. Batteries. Switch to on.
Autopilot.
Generator. On. Just make sure. Yep. APU knob. That's over here. But it just makes it easier to do this. To start. So we should have a good APU. APU RPM is going. Get to stabilize 98%, not 100% before we move on. I got a little problem here. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second here. I got a little back. I got a back end issue. Give me 1 second. I'm taking care of. That's critical to my control of the aircraft. All right. All right, good. Okay, so we've stabilized the APU. Good there. Tick. APU bleed normal. Where the hell's that? That's good. APU gen switch on. Where the hell's that? That's good. Battery charging. Where the hell's that? There we go. We're charging up the battery. Beautiful. Page complete. All right. Power levels. Set to idle, which they are. Tick. Oh, engines. Open up. Set these. Oh, gotta open up the guard covers and set them. The right engine to run. And push start. I can hear it winding up. There we go. Highly recommend using this this eye feature, view feature. Especially in an airplane that you're not used to. Like when I start flying the A320, which I plan to do, I plan on using this. Thought the generators are started after your engine's APUs are running. I'm just following the checklist, dude. You might be right. I'm following the checklist. I'm just assuming that this checklist is coming from the manufacturer. Manufacturer being a Sobo or whoever they outsourced this plane to, if they did. All right, so engine monitors looking good. We got good ITT and good percentage on N1. We're all good there. Power levels to idle, we know that. And then let's go to engine 2. Set that to run. Hit that start button. And now we can close the covers. Can we close the covers? Yeah, close the guards. So we don't do that again. All right, we just started engine 2. And let's monitor that engine now. There we go. N2 coming up. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't like. So like, I wouldn't use these this checklist if you were starting up a real $27 million Citation Longitude. I am sure the checklist is much, much, much more detailed than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 steps. Is it 9 steps? 8 steps? Yeah, I think this is a little simplified, dude. Mr. Jack, how you doing? All right, I think we have positive on both N1 and N2, so we're good there. We'll check them again before we take off. And that concludes our checklist. Okay. So we're good to go. Everything turned on automatically, which is nice. The checklist is done. Now, the one item on the checklist I like to do is well, let me just do this. It's a little easier. I like to turn the lights on, because that should be part of a checklist. Landing lights, taxi lights, recock and pulse. Actually, we don't need landing. I guess we do. Then I like to turn the panel on so I could see things. I don't need the flood, although I put it on a little bit so I could see. Tail floodlight, nah. Anti-collision, wing, safety, seat belts, yes, but they don't work. In-op, 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 in-op. Oh, yeah, we're at daytime, so we don't need that. Yeah, dude, come on. They worked with the manufacturer to get approval to use the words citation longitude. I'm being facetious. Look at that cockpit, though, man. Doesn't that... They did... Dude. Let's just take a moment here. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like a cockpit person. Like, to me, I love the outside of the plane, don't get me wrong. But to me, it's all about the coolness of the cockpit, right? All the stuff in there that looks so cool. This is one of the baddest cockpits in the simulator. In my opinion, this is one of the baddest cockpits in the simulator. They did such a... Look at the stitching on it. They did such a great job with these yokes. I'm going to get rid of them, though, but they did such a great job with the yokes. Really nice job. Okay? But what a great job on this cockpit. Don't you agree? All right, so let's go to... all right, so we're set up. We got the plane running now. Let's take a look at the outside again. It's beautiful livery. The VR Aviation livery. Looks awesome. It really... Well, not to be a nitpicker, but there's one little piece that's missing in this plane is they didn't model the cabin. It would have been really cool if they modeled the cabin so that you could go back in there and check out where all the bigwigs sit, you know? But anyway, so, all right, before we set up our autopilot and stuff, let's go to, we got the engines, everything is looking good here, okay? We didn't forget anything on the checklist, right? There's nothing else. We may need de-icing, although I read that de-icing has an issue. Oh, here's one. We got to go over here. I'll do this later, but just so I don't forget, FMS. See, this is all checklist stuff. Like, they need deeper checklists, or just, you know, they need. I mean, someone should spend a day and put a friggin' checklist together, you know. Well, I hope so, Mackie, because you know you kind of paid extra for this plane. I know I've said this before, so I don't mean to. I don't mean to over rant, but you paid extra for this plane. It should have a friggin' interior. All right, so let's go to OnAir. So this is our job. All right, we're gonna load that job up. I'm not showing you OnAir. There's OnAir. This is our job, right? We're going to. I'll show you again. This is our job right here, right? Rifle Garfield to Springerville. 7,160 pounds of electronic devices. iPhones, maybe. Going 333 nautical miles. Earning 53,650. which ain't bad. So let's go to our operations page. Okay. Taking a long time to load the map there. And what we want to do is go to prepare for now. There we go. So here we go. It's not showing our. Does it show our destination? No. Doesn't show our destination. Oh, we haven't put it in yet. That's why. So this is where we are. Beautiful Rocky Mountains. All right. So we're going to go here, prepare for the aircraft, load up our cargo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have a problem, Houston. And that problem is we don't have enough gas. And we don't have enough room for gas. See, these are problems that everybody runs into, right? So we've got 39.5 gross weight. Because the numbers are actually off from the real longitude, we can only fit, we can't fit as much fuel as we should be able to. Yeah. So we can't squeeze in, even if we could squeeze in enough to go 333, you need to have another half hour of fuel on board in case something happens, especially in the mountains where there's no place to land. You probably should have an hour. So we're not going to be able to take this job, so we'll have to find another one, probably at around 5,000 pounds. So let's go back here. We're going to abandon this job. That's unfortunate. What is this ASC? All right, so we're going to go to here. Yeah, I don't want to make a fuel stop. I guess I could make a fuel stop. But it's surely cutting it close. I mean, I really have to make 2 fuel stops, right? Because I need to have like an extra 100 gallons, 100 mile, at least an extra 100 miles. Yeah, I think I just need to pick a different job. This plane just doesn't have the capacity, so unfortunately. So let's see what we got here. We're not in a hurry, so it's okay. All right, 5,000 pounds is probably more our speed. And this one is going 379 miles. All right, I'm going to take that one. We'll spec it out, but I like to take it first. This should be okay. We should have plenty of fuel space for that. I like to take it just in case someone else grabs it. What's this one here? A little bit more money. So this is IFP. Let's see where that's going. So this is heading... All right, 418 miles, 5,400 pounds, it's 50,000. All right, here's what I like to do. Let's close this one up because this one's looking better. I like to make sure that the FBO head has an FBO where I can get fuel, which it does, and make sure. Oh, this is Laughlin. Oh yeah, I like to go to Laughlin. Laughlin's cool. Laughlin's near Los Angeles, so it would be right near Kingman. Ooh, maybe we could stop at Kingman. And they've got plenty of jobs at Laughlin, so that seems like a good one. So IFP, we're taking that one. Boom. All right, so we need to redo our plan now, right? We need to redo our plan. Let's go back to here. Jobs, open that up. IFP. We'll get to see some of the Rockies, but okay, we're going to have to fly to Laughlin. So let's do that. Let's do, let me go to Skyvecti. So, oh, we're going to have to go back and change the planes. Well, you know what? No, we're just going to do it right in the G5000. So let's go to here. And we're going to delete those waypoints. And we're going to go to K, IFP, 419 miles. Ooh, it's going to be a long one. And we will, now we probably could have done ATC here, but we're just going to go like this. That gives us a 10-mile approach, plenty. And pretty simple flight plan. Although what we could do is, we could just basically, we're going to get up high here. We'll just fly like this. So we could get a nice look at the Rockies. Let's do that. Okay, so we'll have out the right window or left window. We'll be able to see. We'll be able to have a nice view here. Let's see. I got 10th thou here. I'm gonna have to get up pretty quick there. I think I need to probably go here. Oh. I need to come out here and here. So we'll have a little bit of complication because I want to avoid these peaks. But provided that we get up to 15K by here, we should be okay, which we will. And we're going to actually fly higher than that. We'll fly at 20K. Just so we can have the views and we burn less gas. All right, so that's going to be our flight plan, and then once we finish our look here at the Rockies, we will go like right here, right there. Once we finish our view, sightseeing, then we'll shoot. Oh, across the Grand Canyon. That should be cool. And then we'll let's see. Let's go. Let's go down. Let's do this. Let's do this. Nope. Nope. We'll have a few waypoints to enter, but that's okay. Yeah, I like this one better. All right, cool. What do you think? I think that's good. Nice sightseeing tour. And that's how you do flight planning. All right, so now we're going to have to go into the MFD and make all these changes because, yeah, nice plan, right? Because that's just how we roll. So let's do this. Let's go down here. Let's go this. Boom. All right, so we're going to go flight plan. Origin is correct, but we're going to change the destination now. Destination is, what the hell is it again? Let me pull it up here. K, and now it should remove all the waypoints. K, I, F, P. It didn't remove all the waypoints, so we have to. All right, so what? All right, so here's something that's missing. You need to have remove flight plan, delete flight plan. Doesn't have it in here. Maybe I would venture to say that the real G5000 has that. All right, let's just set original again because this should remove the flight plan. K, R, I, L. Yep. Destination is Kilo Laughlin. Now we got our source, our departure, and our destination. Now we enter all the waypoints. Okay, so we go here, and we actually enter altitudes too if we want to. We're going to go. I'm just reading from SkyVector. Let's see, Tango, Oscar, November, Alpha, Echo. Okay, and we can say that we want to be at 7,000 there. Well, no. We want to be at. Hold on, let me look here. I'm looking at the SkyVector, and we want to be at 10,000 there. Okay. Next waypoint is Jettree, Juliet, Echo, Tango. Okay, Jettree. And at Jettree, we'd like to be at 13,000. Next waypoint is going to be Delta, Oscar, Lima, Romeo. And there, we want to be at 22,000. All right, then we're going to go scroll down, enter waypoint. Kilo Lima. And there, we'll go to 25. And then we're going to go to 08. Hold on. No, this guy we want to be at, this is why we want to be at 28. 1, 2, 3. And this guy could be at 32. No. This one we want to be, sorry, I'm sorry guys. Just making sure I got my altitudes right here based upon where I'm going. Now here we want to get down. So, because this is our first leg of our arrival, our approach. So that's altitude there is at about, and we want to be above 7,000. So we'll just make this 9,000, or make it, yeah, 9,000. All right, and then we're gonna go. Lima, Kilo, here we can be, let's enter, and here we can be 7,000. Our airport at Laughlin is low. It's at 700 feet, 707. So actually, this could be probably lower. Could probably get this to 6. Let's do 6,000. And then one more waypoint. Thank you for the subscription there, Bogard. Appreciate that. Oscar Delta. appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. And here we're going to be, we need to land at 707. So I like to be, when I'm flying in 2D, I like to be 3,000 feet above runway altitude so I could see better. So we'll go 3,700. And that is that. That gets us into Laughlin. So we've got our whole flight plan set. And let's just hope that let's just hope that that it works. All right, we're good there. Let's see. We're going to set our first. All right, let's just see if we can. Hold on. See, now it doesn't let us file a flight plan because we didn't do the thing through Microsoft, through the menu system, which kind of sucks. Like, you should be able to file a flight plan, right? It kind of sucks. You should be able to, like, enter the flight plan. Hey, MSI Punk for life. Sly Robo, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. I mean, I just entered a flight plan. It took 10 minutes to enter a flight plan. I should be able to go, okay, I want to file my flight plan, but that doesn't work. So ATC, we're just gonna this is where I guess we're in a non-towered airport. So we're gonna depart. Straight out.
Kilo Romeo India Lima, traffic Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima, taking off runway 26 straight out departure.
All right, so we're gonna go. Now I had problems with my AI co-pilot the other day, so we're gonna try this and see what happens. All right, we're gonna see what happens. Since the update, it hasn't worked very well. All right, so we got everything ready to go here except our autopilot. So let's go to there. We're going to go. Let's see. We want flight director on. We want nav on. We want set our altitude. What did we say was 10,000? Set our altitude for 10K. All right, 10K. We're going to set our FLC. Got to go to manual, and we're going to set this at 180 knots, just to be a little conservative. Okay. So everything is set there, right? Nav, FLC. I'm not sure, Sly. We'll probably the next time I fly this plane. I'm not really sure. All right, so basically we've got FLC, nav, manual set. We've got our speed set. What is BC? Oh, course mode. Okay, back course mode. All right, so that's it. We should be good to go, right? We should be good to go. We're going to try to use auto throttle, right, Michael? And let's just see where we are as far as the airport goes, because we're going to be taking off runway. Is this 25, I guess? I'm surprised this isn't a towered airport. Yeah, it's not a towered airport. Okay. So we're going to be taking off 25, I think. Yes, 25. So we'll just taxi Yadaway and Yadaway. Hopefully we'll make it to where we got to make it. All right. I can't think of anything else. Can you? FMC set, FLC set. We're going to give it auto throttle a shot. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh. it would be good if we loaded up our job, because that would suck if we left without the cargo and put the fuel in the plane. All right, so let's hope we have enough room this time after we did all that work. We probably should have checked it first. All right, so that should be good. We're going 418 miles. Ooh, boy. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Oh, it's going to be tight. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I'm putting as much fuel in here as I can. Look at that. $39.99. 39,499. All right, that's gonna give us 556, and hopefully that should be enough fuel. We should have enough fuel. We're only going 418, so should be okay. We're gonna have to take the chance. All right, so they're transferring to the apron. Our destination is KJFP. Oh, what? IFP. We don't need a co-pilot, thank God. You may want to activate FD on the co-pilot. Yeah, I never do that. I have never had a problem not doing that. I just activate it here and it's fine. So, I mean, I guess I could, but I've never actually done that, so I don't want to change from what I've been doing. All right, so let's let me see here. .7 minutes. They can load 5,400 pounds in 3 minutes. So again, I'm not trying to knock OnAir, but it would take a lot longer than 3 minutes to load 5,400 pounds. I'm fine with it. Don't add any time. But anyway, I think it's a cool world. It's really fun. It really is an engaging aviation world. There's no question about it. No question about it. It's very different than FS Economy in that FS Economy is simpler and there's less planning. I mean, you can just bang into a plane and fly in FS Economy, which has a certain coolness to its simplicity. Here, you need to plan everything out, like before. Like if I fly a job, I guess in FS Economy you do the same thing, but see, in FS Economy it's more round trips, right? Because of the way people set up their hubs. Everything is usually a round trip. You fly out 100 miles, you pick up those jobs, and you fly back, right? Here, it's a lot of point to point, A to B, because they don't have round trips in. They don't have an easy way to plan out round trips. It's a cumbersome way to do it, you know. You have to look at the FBO or the airport that you're going to and see if there's any round trip flights going back by going through in each one and hitting the plus sign. Now I know that they said they're going to add the destination airport to that list, so that would make that a lot easier. That would make it a lot easier, but it's. I think once they make some more friendlier changes in the UI that helps you get to information faster, it'll be easier to plan. You know, last night I had about a 2-hour 40-minute flight. Landing was absolute garbage. I landed really hard at the point I bounced, and when the airborne landed again, probably pissed. Yeah, well, I guess that happens. I was flying the TBM the last stream I was on, and I was taking off at an airport in California, and I hit a bump on the on the runway, and the plane actually went up like straight vertical. It literally just went straight vertical and then came back down. And somehow I was able to reel it in, and it didn't crash. It was really weird. Some strange things that happened. All right, so we're all good to go here. We're going to start the flight. We got the cargo loaded. All greens. We got enough fuel. We're going to start our tracking. Should get the word from...
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Thank you. All right, so we're good there. And we get our little notification. Yeah, they're not really realistic at all. Oh, look, I don't have snow, man. Come on. Didn't I turn snow on? I turned snow on. I don't want a lot of snow. I just want some snow. All right, so we're going to have to... We're going to want this marshal to get the hell out of the way. That's pretty, isn't it? By the way, just so you guys know, I'm now running Ultra, but I went down from 14.4. Yeah, UA. Why did it go down? I got it still up. Oh, still up on the thing. Yeah, duh. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, look at that, beautiful. I downscaled from 14.4 to, where's the runway? Over there. Wait. Wait a second. What the hell? Wait. Why don't I... Is that the runway there? I don't like when the runway's covered with snow. I don't like that. Because realistically, they would never be covered with snow. Go with that. I guess that's my runway? Over there. Okay, that's the taxiway. All right. Just trying to get my bearings here. All right, so I'm going to basically taxi here, there, and take off that way. All right, good. Okay, here we go. Oh. All right, so they didn't improve the ground handling because I literally had I had the left rudder full there. What the? What? Do you think a runway would be this bumpy? Look at this, look at this, look at this. Full right rudder. Yeah, black ice, exactly. It's the ground handling is just absolutely bad. Really bad. There's no way that Textron approved this ground handling. I mean, unless you just... What? Okay, now I'm... Yes, you're right, Mac. They do. They need to do a lot of work on the planes. A lot of work on the planes. I'm just used to, you know, X-Plane where the planes that I fly are all responsive and, you know, there's no like remembering, oh, this one doesn't turn right or this one does turn right or this one, the rudder pedals are oversensitive. You know, it's just very inconsistent, you know. For some people, it's not a problem, and I get that, and that's fine. For me, it's a problem. Not a problem. For me, it's an aggravation. It's not a problem, right? It's just a simulator or a simulator. It's a simulator. Do you ever see that that meme? It's a simulator. I love that meme. And the old, you know, it's based on the old argument. It's not a game. It's a simulator. I don't care what you call it. I mean, look at this. Full left rudder. Full left rudder, and you can't make that turn. Maybe it's me. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm. Yeah, I agree with you. They should have modeled the interior. Well, the problem, Bruce, is if you check out the settings, they eliminated the ability to. Yeah, I've got the rudder set up properly. I've got it set up. I got them set up properly, but you can't even deal. I'll show you. Want to see how I have them set up? Uh, hold on. That's the rudder. Look. Rudder axis. That's the only control you have. Rudder axis. Right? Boom. That's full right rudder. Or left rudder, that's full left. You wanted to change the curve of the throttle so you can activate reverse. Yeah, I just have buttons set up for toggle auto throttle. Just easier to do it that way. Oh, wait, sorry. Reverse throttles. Yeah, I don't even use reverse throttles. One thing I do though is I always forgot. Like here's just what I do. Like because I forget. I set up the ground spoilers. I arm those right now so I remember because you want them when you land. This week you rented a Longitude from the airport. You couldn't take off for spent hours trying with no luck. I had that same problem. I had I was on stream and the thing wouldn't even move. I had to restart and then it moved. Mackie, for me it seemed kind of rushed. I was expected. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think they should have waited. But we're all enjoying it now too, so. Yeah, I'm not, I don't, yes, it automatically comes on, the spoilers, if you arm them like that. All right, so let's me get, make sure I got everything set here, nothing reset on me. FMC 180, nav is on, flight plan is in, we got flaps. We got flaps to take off. I probably should go one more notch. That's the other thing. On the real longitude, it will tell you if your flaps are set properly. It'll say configuration or something like that. Well, they want, yeah, they wanted to make, they probably made about $100 million so far. So really, literally. All right, we're good to go here. Do we need anything with ATC? We're already cleared there, right? So good. Let's do it. We're ready to go, right? Let's just double check here. We're tracking. Oh, we're already wasting time. All right, we're bringing the throttle up. Oh no, we're going to auto throttle. Forgot about that. Here we go. We're going to auto throttle. Ready? Here we go. See if it works. Now I thought they said they removed this under 400 feet, but we're above 400 feet in altitude. We're at 5,400, so it should work. All right. Brake is off. Just make sure of that. All right, brake is off. And let's go auto throttle. Auto throttle doesn't work. Okay, so there's your answer. Auto throttle did not come on. So I'm doing manual throttle. Look at how sensitive that rudder. I mean, I'm barely moving the pedals. Barely moving the pedals. Barely moving it. Barely. Like, I mean, literally, like, moving my feet like a quarter of an inch. Come on up.
Landing gear, 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 landing gear.
See if we can get that auto throttle on now.
Landing gear, landing gear.
Okay.
Landing gear.
Autopilot on.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
Auto throttle is, I could hear it's running.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
All right, so auto throttle
landing
came on after I took off.
landing gear,
Landing gear's up and flaps are coming up.
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
Oh, ice, 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 ice. Forgot about the ice. Wow, this is
landing
so...
gear.
Listen to that throttle.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
What the hell?
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
Why does it keep saying landing gear? Because the throttle's going... Oh, that's one thing that they fix it. The throttle goes back to... Yeah, you're right, Global. They changed that. You're absolutely right. You got to be above 400. That's why once I came above, it turned on. Yeah, I know when you go, and they shouldn't do that. I mean, when you're in auto throttle. First of all, the auto throttle should never go to idle, right? It should be like more controlled than that. All right, I'm not going to get into it. Look at that beautiful scenery. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. We're on our way to Laughlin.
Denver approach Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima 14 miles southwest of Kilo Romeo India Lima. Request IFR to Laughlin, ready to copy.
Let's see what they say.
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima is cleared to Laughlin Airport as filed. Squawk 5617.
Let's see if they follow my flight plan. I don't think it will.
November 328 Charlie Lima cleared to Laughlin Airport as filed. Squawk 5617. Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, read back correct. Radar contact 10,000 feet. Altimeter 29.9 to continue to Tony turning and following heading 235 resume on navigation climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
I just want to see. Tony, yeah, see, look, I had Tony at 10,000, Jettree at 13. So it's got the altitude's wrong. All right, so it doesn't pick that up. Acknowledge.
Continue to Tony turning and following heading 235 resume on navigation climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
We'll go to 16K.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, contact Denver Center on 125.675.
Well, we can go above 250 now.
125.675 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
I like 285. Now, why isn't this guy working? See if he works now. Look at how this thing rockets up. He wants to get up there in a hurry. Holy crap. I mean, is that right? Is that right, climbing that fast? The FLC climbing that fast? Is that right? Should go on the right side behind the cockpit because it's plain. What? What should go on the right side behind the cockpit because it's plain and there's no nothing. I'm good with the way it is, dude. I'm fine with the way it is. Thank you. Mackie, MFS forgot the systems bug. Forget the system bugs and maze. Yeah, right. So I have like an analogous joke. If you watch South Park. If you ever watch the episode for Integrity Burgers, when Randy makes a shirt that says "tastes like shit, but you won't care," so FS 2020 is looks like flies like shit, but you won't care. So I'm gonna make up. I said I'm gonna make up T-shirts. Flies like shit, but you won't care. If you watch South Park, you'll get that. Flies like shit, but you won't care. Why isn't this guy working? Hey, I need your help, man. AI guy, come on. Manage my comms for me. I got too much cockpit overload here.
Denver Center, Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima 16,000 feet.
Tastes like crap. or flies like crap.
Cessna
You
November
okay?
328 Charlie Lima Denver Center continue trajectory as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Here it goes.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima contact Denver Center on 134.5.
He's not working. Flies like crap. You won't care. I love that, man. That's great.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, did you copy?
No, my AI guy is supposed to talk to you, bro. Come on. Why isn't it?
134.5 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
He's not answering. I turned him on 3 times now, and he is not answering. I got to do it manually. Doesn't work.
Denver Center, Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima 16,000 feet.
I guess I
Cessna
should.
November
I
328
guess
Charlie Lima Denver Center continue to Delaware as
I guess I shouldn't have this problem.
Altimeter
I think it should be like
29.902.
make it a little smaller. I know, just like we could put that on the cockpit. We could put that on the panel. Come on, dude. Like have it on the panel, like right here. Flies like crap. You won't care. All right, sorry. At some point, maybe the AI dude will like help me out. I definitely don't want him controlling the airport, you know. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Global. It's not. Listen, it's not an easy problem. This is a very complex, you know, development. I totally get that, you know. Yeah, I don't want. I don't want that in there. Really, I'm just kidding around, Sly. I really don't want that in there. I'll just put it up like from time to time. I don't really want it in the permanent one. Thanks, though. But anyway, so yeah, I mean it's complex, right? It's a complex development. I guess we're missing all the pretty pictures here. Well, there's the Rockies, or the southern part of the Rockies, I guess. I would like to... Did he tell me to climb? All right, I'm going to request increase in altitude to by 10,000 feet.
Denver Center, Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Request flight level 260. Cessna 8 Charlie Lima climb and maintain flight level 260.
Let's see how this thing rockets. You tell me. You guys tell me if this is supposed to rocket up like this. Here we go. Watch. Hit the F. I change the thing. I'm at 285. I hit the FLC, and watch how this thing rockets up.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, did you copy?
Yes, I copied.
Climb and maintain flight level 260 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
I guess it's. I think 2,000 feet per minute is fine. I guess. But it seems like it goes faster than that. Zoom on what? The vertical speed? It's 280. I mean, I've got the FLC speed. Yeah, it seemed like it went faster the last time I was climbing, but it's still look, it's rocketing it up there. I mean, is that? I guess that's normal. I don't know. I mean, I never flew the plane before in real life. Looks pretty cool though. That's a nice shot right there. Definitely a nice shot. Got a little ice buildup on the wings there. I thought I turned on de-icing, but I guess I gotta check that out. That's not good. What is that? Oh, that's reflection, I guess.
Charlie Lima, contact Denver Center on 125.35.
Yeah, but I got the icing. What the hell is it? Come on. Come on, man. Where the hell is the icing?
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, please acknowledge.
No. Wing icing is on. De-icing is on. Pitot heat's on. Left and right engine on. All the icing is on. De-icing, I should say.
125.35 for Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
You notice that when you go up to flight level 450, you can't go faster than 220 knots. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. You know what would really be cool if they did in the next update? If they gave you the option to either go track up or north up. I can't stand north up. I can't stand it. I know, I like to use the compass to know where I'm going. I like this to be my mind is completely different. Like, I'm so used to like having track up, you know? Actually, Sly Robo Cop created this. If he'd like to distribute, I'm not sure if he's planning on distributing it or not, but you could probably contact him on Discord if you wanted to be able to download this. Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? It really does. Did a nice job. Let's see where the hell we are here. Ooh. Well, at least auto throttle seems to be working. Seems to be working. I could probably step up the speed a little bit here. We'll go to 300. And let's tune it to Denver. Because since
Denver
our...
Center, Cessna November 328
You
Charlie
like that
Lima,
one,
flight
Bruce?
260.
Do you like that one? The Marshall?
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima, Denver Center, continue to Doll River as planned.
And I don't know if you saw the other one, but I want to increase this to... And did you see the other one with the guy with the neck brace? So like when I do like a brick landing, you can like bust my chops. Let's go up to 32,000.
Denver Center, Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Request flight level 320. Cessna
You like
8
that?
Charlie Lima, climb and maintain flight level 320. climb and maintain flight level 320 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
All right, so we'll hit the 32 thou on the altitude, and we will hit the rocket button. Here we go. What's your favorite AC in Flight Simulator so far? I like the TBM a lot. I think the TBM and this plane are my two favorites, for sure. The DA62 is okay. I love the DA 62 and X plane.
Contact Denver Center on 118.575.
Yeah, well, since my co-pilot is drunk.
118.575 for Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
So basically, I had to kick the co-pilot, the AI co-pilot, out of the cockpit because
Denver Center, Cessna November.
I found out
Charlie Lima is at flight
through
level
smelling
285, climbing flight level
tequila on his breath that he had a little bit of pre-flight party, so he was shirking his duties of manning the comms. You can see here, like, I've asked him to do comms, but I've asked him about 17 times now, and he's basically drunk. So this is wrong. Like, I shouldn't have any ice on there because I have the ice off, unless that's like a bad reflection of the mountains or something. Maybe that could be. Let's just look at it close. That's odd. $294. Oh, there you go. So he won't let you go that fast. So I got to lower the speed here. Where's my speed?
Landing gear. Landing.
See, that's not right. It shouldn't. It should be smart enough not to put the auto throttle back to idle. Okay, so that stupid landing gear comes on while you're at 32,000 feet. They got to fix that. Yeah, that's really good that they update the hour meters. It's awesome. You want to try the Baron, but can't fork out the kind of cash right now? Okay, well, get there, Jay. It's a nice plane. I think they put they were missing the altitude knob on the G1000. I think they put that in there. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool plane. Did a nice job on it. Yeah, I might fly the Baron in one of these streams. Although, you know, in On Air, I really like the jets because, you know, it seems like once you really need to strive in On Air to get to where you can fly the jets. To be able to fly this plane, if you have it in your simulator, you need to earn about like $75,000 because you got to put a $54,000 bond on it, and you got to rent it at $5,400 an hour, and you got to put gas in it. So $75,000 if you get to that point, grinding it out with a TBM, then you can fly this plane. And this plane is great because you instantly go from flying jobs that are $5,000 to flying jobs that are $50,000, $60,000. And from there, you start to really accumulate, you know, virtual money in On Air. All right, so we're turning away from the Rockies. Say goodbye to the beautiful mountains back there. Let's see. Yeah, I have a feeling, Sly, that if you put this up somewhere where it can be downloaded, I think a lot of people will download it. I really do. It's a very nice looking logo. It's our livery. It's awesome. All right, so a couple things I wanted to talk about. We got a little time. Oh, here's one of the problems I have. Not problem, but you know. So this the G5000 on the MFD here, up here. This doesn't show you your final destination, time and distance. It only shows you to your next waypoint. They really need to fix that. They need to be able to show you your next waypoint right here, time and distance, and then up here they should show you your total trip. This doesn't show you the total trip. Yeah, there's sites that you can, hold on. There's a site that you can, let's see. Well, you want to pick the site where most people put there's like a public area where people are uploading liveries. Hold on.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, contact Denver Center on ONE 27.55.
Hold on. Just do a search on Google and you'll find here's one I found. I'm not sure if this is a good one or not. I have no idea. But you might want to put it here. Just check this. Maybe this might be a place to put it.
Transmission.
Yes, I got it.
127.55 for Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
All right, so we said we wanted to come down to 8,000 feet on our descent. So we're at 32,000 feet. We got 37 minutes. If we come down at 1,000 feet per minute, it's going to take us a half hour to come down. So we're probably going to come down a little faster than that. I'll probably want to come down at 1,500 feet per minute. So when we have about 20 minutes left in our flight you got to remember, this is to the next waypoint, not to Laughlin. This is to the next waypoint. So when we get to Siskel, we want to be at about 8K. So when I'm about the 25-minute mark to go, I'll start to descend. Slowly descend down to 8,000. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So yeah, I guess RoboCop will put it up somewhere, and then maybe RoboCop, if you want, on my Discord, just there's a channel there for VR Aviation on air, or there's also an MFS one. You can just announce it there. People will know where to get it. Well, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. I think the TBM would be good. Because a lot of people fly that TBM. Yeah, you might want to use one of the public sites though, Sly, because that way people will find it and search it and download it. There's like repositories where people are putting liveries and everyone's going to the same place, so it'll probably get more people will see it. Like that site I just posted. That might be a good place to put it. Up to you. But when I put my liveries up for X-Plane, I put them on xplane.org because everyone searches there and they find them there. So you want to find like a message board or a website that's hosting liveries for everyone. Yeah, maybe the TBM would be good. TBM would be cool. All right. So a couple things I wanted to talk about. So this is interesting. I don't know if you guys saw this. I found this the other day. It's a shared cockpit mod for MFS. Yeah, I found this on Reddit, and there's a shared cockpit. It's called Sequel 32, I guess, or I haven't really tried it yet. I was going to try it with a friend of mine. We'll see how it works, but if you want to, I can't vouch for whether it works or not, but if you want to check this out, you can go just look for Sequel 32 on Reddit, on GitHub. And apparently I was watching John Fly actually use this, and it was working pretty well for him. He was doing it in a 172 with a friend of his. So this is something you might want to just check out. Looks pretty cool. I'm surprised that they didn't build this in to the system, but it works with SimConnect. So yeah, check this out if you're interested in share cockpit. I don't do a lot of share cockpit stuff, but in fact I've never done it before. So, but I'm interested in it, and I thought you guys might be interested in it. So check that out. If you want, I'll just put the link to the Reddit post in the chat there if you want to check it out. There's a link there. All right, Jake, that's fine. 6 kids is expensive. Wow, 6 kids. Wow. I got 3. But anyway, so yeah, so that's, I wanted to, hold on. So that's that. I wanted to talk about the shared cockpit stuff, interesting stuff. Yeah, the other thing was the Quest 2 for you folks that are into VR like me. Oh, I got to tune. See, my co-pilot's drunk, so I got to do this shit
Charlie
myself.
Lima flight level 320. Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima Denver Center. Continue to Sescla as planned.
Yeah, so you guys probably heard about the Quest 2 if you're into VR like me. Oculus released the Quest 2 and pretty much killed. They discontinued the Oculus Rift S and pretty much killed their PC-based VR program. So now they're going with the Quest 2, which is a portable system that you can link up to a PC using their, what was it called, Oculus Link cord or something. It's like an $80 connector that you got to use. I'm very disappointed in that. I mean, I don't care. It's their company. They can do whatever the hell they want. But I mean, I was an Oculus Rift user for I started 4 years ago when it was early on, and it's really sad to see that a company like Oculus that pioneered VR, commercial VR for gamers, bought by Facebook a couple years ago, and Facebook completely took that technology and took it away from its original intent and moved it more towards data mining. Quest 2 requires that you use your Facebook account with it, right? So and if you violate your terms of service, your Facebook terms of service, you could lose access to your VR library. So games and stuff that you buy, this is what I read, okay? Games and stuff that you buy, if you violate your terms of service, you could lose access to that. So it's like very controlling. And the device itself has some real flaws, like the IPD, which is what you have to adjust in the VR headset, depending on the width of your eyes. I forget what the IPD stands for, but basically it has to do with the width of your eyes, right? From pupil to pupil. And the Rift has a manual adjuster for IPD. This thing, you actually have to go in and move the lens. You have to use your fingers to grab the lens inside the Quest 2 and move the lens left and right to adjust the IPD. So I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work. Like, do you move the lens and then put it on and see if it works? Oh, that didn't work. So then move the lens a little more and put it on. Is that how you do it? I hope it's better than that. Because the one thing that Oculus had always been really, really, really good at was like ease of setup, right? When you bought a Rift, it was like you thought they guided you through the whole setup. Very, very simple. So that was really kind of weird. I mean, I would never buy a Quest 2. To me, and I'm not trying to diss anybody who likes the Quest 2, you know, more power to you. But to me, the Quest 2 is a data grab. This is about Facebook wanting to know more about people and their habits, and being able to sell that. That's how Facebook makes their money, right? They know about your habits from going on their website, and they sell that information to companies trying to sell to you. That's how they make their money, right? Data mining. Quest is a data mining tool. It's actually there, aside from the phone, which is, you know, when you have the Facebook app on your phone, it's turning your phone into a data mining tool. Especially if you have things like location and the microphone and stuff turned on. Isn't it interesting that sometimes you're on Facebook? By the way, I removed the Facebook app from my phone. I don't have it on my phone. But isn't it funny, like when you're in Facebook and you're talking to someone about a mattress or something, and then like 10 minutes later you go to Facebook and there's a mattress ad? There's a reason for that, okay? They have access to your microphone, and even if you can go in and turn it off, I still think it overrides it because it's happened so many times. So the Quest 2 is another rung, whatever the word is, rung in the ladder. Yeah, rung. In the ladder of Facebook going after more and more information. HP Reverb G2 MSI, you're right. I got one on back order. For a split second, when I first saw the Quest, before I found out all the details, I said to myself, wait a minute, it's a 2K per eye display. And by the way, it's one panel, it's not two panels. That's weird. They're using one panel. It's almost a 4K. It's almost got the same resolution as the G2. I can hook it up to my PC with the link thing. Why would I want to spend, more money on the G2? Then you start to dig in. Data mining, the IPD adjustment, the one panel. And by the way, it's a battery, rechargeable battery. So if you're going to fly for 4 hours, you're not going to be able to do it because the thing's going to give you maybe 2 hours worth of time, and then you got to recharge it. Now, I'm not sure if you can use it while it's plugged in. Maybe you can. I don't know. But, yeah, so long story short, I won't be buying a Quest 2. But I thought it was really, really, really interesting. Palmer Luckey, if you don't know who Palmer Luckey is, he was the guy who basically was the founder of Oculus, okay? He was the driver to get VR to the masses, to consumers. Now, he didn't start it, right? He didn't start VR. He didn't invent the technology, but he took it, harnessed it, and he brought it to the masses. And he had an interesting quote, and this is what he said the other day when the Rift 2 was announced. He said, the Quest 2 was announced. Palmer Luckey tweeted, "Rift is dead, long live the Rift." Rift is dead, long live the Rift. It's a shame. And I would say Oculus is dead, long live Oculus. That's what I would say. So it's very sad. I mean, but by the same token, I'm really hoping, as MSI is probably hoping, that the Reverb G2, opens up a new level of VR for me personally when flying in VR, because that's mainly what I use it for. An X-plane, right? And then once Flight Simulator has it, we'll be doing it there. So, but anyway, so that's my rant on the Quest 2. I would never buy one. I'm not going to link a device to my Facebook account. I'm not doing that. I disconnected my phone from Facebook. I disconnected my iPad from Facebook. The only time I check Facebook is through a PC. Okay? And I do it once in a while, and I log off and log back on. And because I don't want them tracking me. Anyway, Rift is dead. Long live Rift. All right. You're waiting for Diesel. You have an index. How do you like the index? I heard some pretty good things about the index. The one thing that concerns me about the reverb is I don't think my GPU is going to be able to drive it at full res. I'll probably have to run it at half res. But I figure half res is probably, at first, I figure half res is going to be better than the Rift, right? Because I've got a 1080 Ti. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up to the full 2K per eye. But we'll see. Hopefully by the time I get it, I'll have my CPU upgraded, so that'll help. All right, so we've got, if we zoom in here. Let's see, we zoom in here. We got 23 minutes to go to Siskel. It's great for the 2.5 hours that it worked. Oh, that's not good, dude. Did you just recently get it? That looks cool. Check that out. Check out those ground textures. That looks pretty cool. By the way, I don't want to jinx it. Well, I'm not going to say it. Well, I am going to say it. We've been flying pretty smooth here in Flight Simulator for about, you know, what, an hour or so? Oh, you ordered it 4 months ago. You just got it a couple weeks ago. It worked for 2 hours and then it crapped out. What happened? Just stopped working? Are they having problems with it? Or did you just get a bad one, you think? All right, so I want to check out the terrain here. Well, I guess I could do that on this, but it's not going to give me the elevation. So if I turn on ISO line, that gives me the ISO lines. I guess that's what it's called. I never knew it was called that. So I got some pretty heavy terrain, like here. I just want to see where I am. I'm going to look at Sky Vector. All right, I see that. So we got this peak right here. I'm looking at Sky Vector. Oop, crap. This peak right here is 9,000, so I could start to come down. All right, so I'm going to set my, I'm going to set the altitude. We're going to go down to 12K. Let's do that. Let's start by going down to 12. I don't care. I guess I should probably request this first, but request decrease. What are we? 32.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima contact Los Angeles Center on 124.85.
I got to get down. I got to get down here, so I'm gonna go FLC.
One 124.85 for Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Los Angeles Center, Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima flight level 320.
By the way,
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima Los Angeles Center, continue to SISK all as planned. Los Angeles Center, Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Request flight level 220.
Look how fast it goes down. We're going down at 5,000, 4,000 feet per minute. That's not right. That shouldn't be like that.
Descend and maintain flight level 260. Expect flight level 220 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Los Angeles Center Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Request 12,000 feet.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, descend and maintain flight level 260. Expect 12,000 feet.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's so much easier to use the auto throttle because it just maintains the speed.
Descend and maintain flight level 260.
And you don't have to keep monkeying around with the throttle, you know.
Charlie Lima.
All right, Mackie, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate that. I really do. Hey guys, listen, if you're hanging out there, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate if you could do that. Just helps me boost up the video once it's published, so people can see it.
Charlie Lima, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level 200 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. We got a little time here, I think, so why don't we give away the session. Now, if you've already won one, I'd appreciate you not participating. Give folks that have won it a chance. I really do appreciate that. We're going to be giving away a 1-month subscription to OnAir. Okay? And we've got... Let me just... Hold on here. I'm going to put the answers in the chat. Alright? So you guys can see that. Thank you, man, MSI. Appreciate that. All right, so these are going to be the answers. Okay, multiple choice. Here we go. These are going to be the answers. Write them down. The answers are A, extra, B, super, C, ultra, D, mega. All right? And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to ask the question. And the first person to answer, to type in the correct letter into chat.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, contact Los Angeles Center on 08024.2.
Will win a 1-month subscription to OnAir. Which I should be checking right now to make sure it's okay. Yes. Yeah, so
going to 124.2 Cessna 8 Charlie.
Hopefully everybody's got has those written down. Just type in the letter, and again, if you've already won, please let the other folks have a chance. Okay, I appreciate that.
Los Angeles Center Cessna November
if you
328 Charlie
have already won
flight level 185
and you win
flight
again,
level
I've got a
200.
list, so I'm gonna move on to the. If you
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima, Los Angeles Center. Continue to SIS KL as planned.
Okay. If you have already won, I do have a list to keep a track of who won. You're not going to be, if you answer, I'm going to move on to the person who hasn't won and give them the subscription. That's how we're going to do it, okay? Just to keep things square, fair and square. All right, so A extra, B super, C ultra, D mega. Here's the question. Hold on. I'm going to put the question in chat so you guys can read it. The question is, what is the Latin word for beyond, often used as a prefix to signify an extreme?
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, please expedite your
All right,
climb
first
to flight
person to
level
answer the letter.
200.
Joe. Absolutely right, Joe. You got it, bro. Now, Joe, didn't you say you wanted to win it because your 7-day expired? So good job, man. And Joe has not won a subscription before, so Joe is the lucky winner. Nice job, Joe. Yeah, Ultra. Thought that was appropriate because we're always trying to fly in graphics mode of Ultra in FS 2020. So, thought that was appropriate. Nice job. Did you know that off the top of your head, Joe? Like, did you take Latin in high school or something? Curious.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, please expedite your climb to flight
You would have
level
never answered that
200.
correctly. Yeah. I don't think I would have either. Okay, there you go. See? I had a feeling. My daughter took Latin in high school. She took 3 years of Latin. At first, she was like, oh, I don't want to take Latin. But then by the end of it, she loved it. I think the teacher was really good, though. Elementary school. Okay, well, you still remember Ultra, I guess. Right? That's funny. All right, so, Joe, what I'm going to do is email me, or actually, if you're on my Discord, look in the description. Sign up for the Discord. Are you on Discord, Joe? Sign up, if you can, go to my Discord. It's Bambino Tech. There's a link in the description. And just
expedite your climb to flight level 200.
no, I'm not. I told you I wanted to be at 12,000. Did you not write down what I wanted? Did you not write down what I wanted?
Los Angeles Center,
No.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Request 4,000 feet.
Cessna November Tree 28 Charlie Lima, request denied.
All right, so here's what I'm doing. Cancel
Los
IFR.
Angeles Center, Cessna 8 Charlie Lima would like to cancel IFR.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated.
And I'm reporting you to the FAA because you did not write down my request to go to 12,000.
Approved.
You kept trying to put me at 20,000. We could do flight following.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna November Tree 28 Charlie Lima is type Cessna C700 6 miles west of Kilo Golf Romeo Mike. Request flight following.
Cessna November Tree 28 Charlie Lima, Los Angeles Center. Squawk ONE 27 Tree.
Does pilot to ATC work with this?
Squawk 127 Tree Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
Cessna 8 Charlie
All right.
Lima radar contact 18 miles west of Kilo Golf Romeo, Mike 12,000 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
I can't hear for crap, but you won't.
Copy Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
That's good. You need FSU IPC7. Okay. And you could use pilot to ATC for X-plane too, right? Diesel, I'm not sure you were here when... Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm not sure you were here when I was going over that I bought an FBO at Kingman in Nevada, southeast of what do you call it? Las Vegas. And they're building an FBO there, but it's going to literally take in real time until September 24th. In real time, it's going to take 6 days in real time. It's going to... OnAir is taking 6 days in real time to build it. I think we're over the Grand Canyon. Why is there snow in the Grand Canyon? No. We can't have snow in the Grand Canyon. No. That's a no. We're in Arizona, for Christ's sake. You can't have snow. Fix that. Nor do you all morning. When you flew from Grafton Streets, hopefully you get approach. Yeah, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Pilot to ATC. I'm gonna check that out. I know about it. I looked into it. I'm gonna look into it deeper. So let me ask you this, Diesel. With pilot to ATC, can I file a... Oh, sorry. Just IM me, Joe, on Discord. Go into my server. It's Bambino Tech, and just send me an instant message so I know who you are, and then I'll reply back to you later with the key for your trial. Okay? I'm not your trial. Your 1 month subscription. Just hit me an IM, Joe. Okay? They have a trial. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm interested to see to check that out. Like I said, I was looking at it one time, and I guess I got distracted doing something else, and I never looked at it. But I've heard good things about it. All right, Joe, I got your direct message, so I'll send you that thing in a little bit. All right. Thank you for participating. All right. Let's see. Where are we? We've got 87 miles. You're welcome, man. So, guys, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do, and hit the notification button so that you find out about my streams. I usually stream, well, my schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, and Saturdays at 9:30 Eastern. Saturday's usually a little bit longer because it's a Saturday. So, and I know 9:30 is probably early for some people in the U.S., but I do that time so that it's reasonable for some of the folks like overseas, or we've got some people that are in Australia that watch that, you know. So I'm trying to. It's hard to come up with a good time for everybody, but try to be as empathetic as I can there. If you use NavGraph, it works with. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should renew my subscription to NavGraph. I did have one. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. So if I enter a flight plan into, let's say an X plane, I enter it, you know, into like a G1000, right? Or in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I enter it here into the G5000. Can I file automatically with Pilot to ATC, or do I have to like file the flight? I guess I have to probably file the flight plan with them, right? But it'll follow like altitudes and all that, like it'll guide you in altitude and all that. That probably makes more sense of how it would work. Let's take a look at the Grand Canyon here. Okay, that makes sense. There's the Grand Canyon. Give you a sense of where we are. So we're going to probably be able to see Lake... Ooh, crap. Ooh, crap. Well, there's a problem. So here, if I'm on the VFR map, if I try to change this... Oh, never mind. That's my fault. So here we're going to probably get to see a glimpse of Lake Mead here as we move up here. You can see right now we're right over the Grand... This is all the Grand Canyon right there. Colorado River, right over there. Right there. Yeah, I'll check that out, dude. It seems... Oh, it does Citizen Stars. It seems like it's a good way to go because you can use it between both platforms. That's what I like about that. You know? And I know people... Is it you got to pay for it? Okay. All right, well, $70 a year. Okay. Maybe I can get them to be a sponsor. We'll see. Anyway, so that's the Grand Canyon. So I know you've probably heard me say this before, but I'll say it again. At the risk of repeating myself, which I do often. The Grand Canyon visuals in Flight Simulator are nowhere near better than the Grand Canyon visuals in X-Plane if you're using high-res ortho. High-res ortho in the Grand Canyon area is awesome. is awesome. But yeah, so don't let people listen. X-Plane's stock scenery is awful. We all know that. Okay, it's just terrible. But when you put ortho on top of X-Plane, especially when you're out here in the desert, you know, in the Nevada area or the California desert area, it looks pretty damn awesome, man. It looks pretty damn awesome. All right, so we are 11 minutes from Sequel, so we could probably, let me see where I am here. SkyVector. I can't wait. I wonder if Microsoft is ever going to allow you to, let's see, where are we? We're at 7. We got to clear 7,500. We're at 12. I'm going to go down. I canceled IFR, so I can do whatever the hell I want, or do whatever the hell I want. So I'm going to go down to 9K. Boom. Rocket ship downwards. Elevator down. Express elevator. But I will have to lower my speed because I'm below 10K. So we don't want to violate FAA regulations. We go to 245. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Here we go. Landing gear. Here it comes. You've had it ever since using prepared. Okay, prepared for V2. So you're a prepared user, Diesel. What do you think of? Are you using the current version of prepared, and what do you think of it compared to Flight Simulator? I mean, the visuals are probably. Oh, you're not using it? Okay. Pilot to ATC. I got to make a note. See, every time Diesel's on here, I learn something, and then I got to make a note because I forget, you know. Pilot to ATC. Making a note to check that out. Oh, you went to X-Plane, yeah. Okay. But, well, you're still flying X-Plane in VR, right? Because you got your index. That's a cool shot. That's a cool shot right there. Look at that. Ooh, take a picture of that. What's happening? What's happening? Engines are revving up. What? Why did it do that? No subscription. Oh, okay. It's flat. Oh, that's good. All right, cool. Thank you. Joe, Diesel says it works with it. Diesel says that it works with it. So you should just be able to use it, right? Because you bought it for $60. You just be able to use it. All right, I got to make a note of that too, because that's an important part. But you don't need FSU IPC7 for X-Plane, right? Or, oh, well, I guess I'm sure that they have instructions on what to do. I'll look into it. I'm not going to use you as Google there, Diesel. I'll figure that out myself. Certain things you could just figure out yourself. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah, I already have that, so for X-Plane, so we should be good there. All right, so what do you guys think of the? What do you guys think of? I know we talked about this before, but what do you think about this? These folks that are saying, "Oh, I'm going to buy a 3090 for Microsoft Flight Simulator." Seriously? There's a little piece that, and I said this before, there's a little piece that people overlook. is the cloud-based scenery and your internet connection. You saw that before in the beginning of the stream. I got some kind of nick that my internet connection was a problem with my internet connection. Now, I did a speed test, and it was running at like 540 megabits per second. So there was obviously no problem there. But before you rush out to buy a 3080, I would give Microsoft and Asobo a little bit of time on improving the cloud-based scenery stuff, caching and all that, because I don't know if you saw the stream the other day when I was flying in California. I went through like a 10-minute stretch where I was flying the TBM, and it was literally having like 2-second frame stops for like, 10 minutes. And that was not the, and I was watching CPU and GPU, which were both, like 60% at max. And so that was not the system. It had to be caching or internet. So I think people make the mistake of, when they look at performance, they're getting stuttering or whatever, and they want to have the smoothest. You're always questioning if Flight Simulator is the smoothest absolute performance. And I think they make the mistake of thinking that throwing a faster GPU at it because it's graphics, okay? They think it's all graphics, and that's not the case. In a flight simulator, like most gaming, but more so in a flight simulator, there's a lot of calculation that's done by the CPU. So the CPU is largely involved. So if you got a 4-core, that could be a bottleneck. And with Flight Simulator, you now have this new fly in the ointment, okay? Which is cloud-based scenery. Okay? So cloud-based scenery now introduces the wild unknown world of internet latency, because of the nature of the internet. It's this self-healing, well, not self-healing, but this interconnected matrix of routers and switches all over the world. And Sobo's probably, and Microsoft, they probably have Azure servers all over the world to limit reduced geographical latency. So they probably have one like in the West. Well, they have multiple servers. All those servers are probably distributing your software. So if you're on the East server, which is where I am, I'm probably getting all my scenery from the East server. From the West server, I'm getting all my scenery from the West server. Well, even so, those packets of information are going over the internet, and once they go over the internet, it's like the U.S. mail, right? You don't know where it goes. You don't know what distribution center it's going to hit. You have no idea. All you know is you put a stamp on it, and it's going to get to its destination, hopefully. And if it doesn't get to its destination,
Charlie Lima contact Los Angeles Center on 134.65.
If it doesn't get to the destination, then the destination issues a packet resend. I'm breaking this down in simplicity.
Going to 134.65.
So that means the packet has to be resent, and that happens all the time, okay? Because of many issues. It happens all the time. So this is a complex problem, getting scenery from Azure servers to your PC. It seems like magic,
November 328 Charlie Lima 9,000 feet.
But it's not. It's a complex problem, and it's an
November
added
328 Charlie Lima, Los
bottleneck.
Angeles Center. Continue to SISK as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
So my word of advice is, before you consider a new GPU, okay, give these developers some time to optimize this cloud-based scenery model or architecture that they're using. Okay, they're going to improve it over time. They're going to, because there's a lot of things involved too. There's like compaction and compression. They've got, it's what, 4 petabytes or 2 petabytes worth of information. Okay, yeah, gig download speed might help you, Diesel, but as you can see, I'm running half a gig download speed. And I still get stuttering, okay? It's more about inside the packet and how that packet of data is going from Azure server to your PC. It gets down, it's a deeper level. So just so you know, guys know, like I'm in networking, like I've been in networking for 30 some odd years, okay? So I kind of know how these systems work. So basically you need to, before you go out and show, now listen, if you want a 3080, get one. For other games, totally get it. I'm going to get a 3080 because for VR, okay? That's a great reason. HPG2, you need a 3080 for that because it's 2K displays. There's no, and the GPU is all about powering your displays. That's what it does, right? So that's a complete great answer. But if you're running it at you're running this game at 1080p and you got a 2080 or you got a 1080 Ti, or I'm running an Ultra right now and it's absolutely smooth as silk. If I have any stutters here, it's not my GPU, it's not my CPU, and I've got an old cheap CPU. It's the internet or some other flaw, okay? So you may be, if you're considering going to a 3080 just to run Microsoft Flight Simulator in 2D at Ultra, you may be making a mistake, unless you have a really old GPU. But if you have like a 1080 Ti or above, you may be making a mistake. You may be not making a mistake, but you may be spending money you don't have to spend yet. Okay? Let them solve this issue of, not solve, but let them optimize this cloud-based scenery architecture, which is a brilliant idea, by the way. But it's got issues, you know. Diesel has 1 gigabit download speed. I have a half a gigabit download speed. I'm just using an example, but let's say Bruce has 100 megabit download speed, okay? Joe has 50 megabit download speed. Well, we all have different download speeds. They have to make it work in Ultra for everybody. If everybody has a high-end CPU and a high-end GPU, they have to make it work smooth for everybody, even though they have different download speeds. So, as you can see, it's a complex problem. All right, I think I need to get down here. I'm yapping away, and I need to get my altitude down to...
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima contact Las Vegas approach on 118.4.
Let me see where I am. Oh, yeah. Well, this will go down in a hurry, so I should be okay. We'll go down like a rocket here.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima acknowledge last transmission.
Yeah, it works fine for you with a modest system. That's fine. You're probably running in high or medium, and that's fine. I am just saying that, yeah, 300 meg. I'm just saying that before you start, you read on, who's getting a 3090? Who's getting a 3090?
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, did you hear my last transmission?
A 3090 is complete overkill for this game. For this simulator.
118.4 for Cessna 8 Charlie.
3090 is complete overkill for this thing. You don't need a 3090 for this. 3090 for VR in heavy applications, maybe this application, yes. But in 2D, no. That's a waste of money. It's a waste of money. You don't need it. Like I said, I'm getting a 3080 because a 3080 is what I need for VR. That's great. So probably what they did in the update, Diesel, is they probably improved the optimization of the cloud-based scenery architecture. That's where they're going to squeeze out. See, there's two things you got to remember. Everyone obsesses over frame rate, right? Frame rate. Frame rate's important in Call of Duty because you're moving fast, you got to be able to see people, you got to be able to aim. Frame rate's really important, okay? Fortnite, frame rate really important. In a simulator, no. Look how slow I'm moving. 30 frames per second, no problem. Frame consistency, frame time, they call it, or you can call it right, Diesel. Frame consistency is the important factor. Don't buy into this high FPS if all you want to do is fly in a flight simulator. You don't need that. Now, if you want to fly the acrobatic plane at JFK and buzz past the tower real close, yes, you need high frame rates, okay? But frame consistency is the #1 most important thing in a flight simulator, because we're all going for that smooth movement. We don't want stuttering. Stuttering breaks the immersion. Smooth, see how smooth it is? That's what you want. That's frame consistency, okay? You could be running 45 frames per second and the thing is stuttering because you're downloading scenery or something. That's not frame rate, right? So this is the thing that you have to get over, that a lot of people don't understand about simulators. And even I, like personally, like with X-Plane, I was always looking for frame rate. But subconsciously, I was looking for frame time, really. Improvements in frame time or consistency, right? And the two aren't linked. I mean, they're linked somewhat, but 30 frames in a simulator is fine as long as it's smooth, you know? If you're flying low and slow or high and slow. If you're flying fast, past objects and all that stuff, then yes, you need higher frame rates. Now, what did we say? I want to get down a little bit further here. You guys think storage will continue to be needed, or will you? Yeah, I think for the foreseeable future, and yes, your internet speeds are not going to get fast enough to. Yeah, I know what you meant. Internet speeds are not going to get fast enough to compete with bus speeds on a motherboard. It's just not going to happen, okay? At least not in my lifetime, okay? I don't think. Maybe someday. I mean, if you had, guaranteed 5 gigabit speed between, I mean, isn't the SATA speed is like 6 gigabits? Something like that. I think it's 6 gigabits. So there's your answer, right? The SATA speed on the backplane is 6 gigabits. Where the hell am I here? Hold on. All right, we're flying in there. We're doing okay. So the answer to your question is, you're still gonna need SSD for the time being. All right, so I think I want to get down with another thou, another 1K. Oh, 37, I said. I wanted to be, it's 7,000 feet is the altitude of Laughlin. So yeah, I mean, when the internet can provide you a guaranteed 6 gigabits per second, and by the way, they're always trying to speed up the backplane speed between disks and CPU, right? So right now it's 6 gigabits per second on the SATA, I think it is, and they're trying to always improve that. So no, I don't think you're ever going to eliminate local storage. It's going to get cheaper and cheaper, right? 2 terabytes now. You could buy a 2 terabyte drive for like $200, pretty decent one. So used to be a 2 terabyte SSD drive cost you like about $800. So that's going to come down. But yeah, I don't think that's going away anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, if you can afford a 4 terabyte SSD, just get a good one. You know, there's a lot of crap out there. Samsung is the gold standard. Crucial's okay. I was actually thinking about getting a Crucial myself because the reviews look pretty good. You know, I would say that your OS, the SSD that you use for your OS, you want to make sure that it's as fast as possible and as solid as possible. You can load flight plans from Pilot C directly into... Oh, that's good. Yeah, the Samsung 600. Yeah, I know, it's expensive. The Samsung 200 is 2 terabyte is like 300. I found a Crucial drive for 200. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but I'm thinking about it. I got to look into it. Have you guys ever used Crucial SSDs? Curious. All right, let me just see where the hell I am here. All right, I'm making my turn to IFP, so...
Los Angeles Center, Cessna
A little behind
November,
on my
tree
comms
28
here.
Charlie Lima, 3,700 feet.
Cessna November tree 28 Charlie Lima, Los Angeles Center. Continue as planned. Altimeter.
So I think I should probably take off the auto throttle, right? Where's my airport?
Autopilot.
Where's my airport? There's my airport.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I know I'm overspeeding for the flaps, guys. Don't kill me. It's just a simulator. Sorry, guys. I gotta concentrate. I'm not the greatest 2D lander. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at landing in 3D. 2D's, you know. 2D's 2D. We got gear down.
Wind 280 at 4 knots.
500.
Now, I've had some very bricky landings with this thing. I'm trying to get in that notch where I could do smoothness. Hopefully this will be it. Trying to float her down here.
Landing
that wasn't
time
bad.
locked.
That wasn't
Landed
bad.
Kilo India Fox Papa.
That's probably my
10/4
best landing in the
INTL.
longitude. Yeah, I'd actually give myself a butter there. I'd say that's an 8. I would say that's an 8. I'm pretty happy with that one, actually. What's the FPM? What's FPM, dude? I don't know what that is. Sorry to seem ignorant, but I don't know what that is. I would say that was a pretty... Yeah, I would say an 8 MSI. I'm not gonna, I'm kind of like tough on myself. I give that one an 8 though. Oh, feet per minute. Ooh, I mean, you mean the last stages of landing with this thing? I mean, I got to think about that. I mean, in the last stages, like when you're at like 20, I guess I guess I don't completely understand the question. I know like from 500 feet down, you're probably doing that within, yeah, so I mean, I'm basically when it hits 10 feet, like I don't know if you hear it on this, but an X-plane in the Challenger, you hear 10 feet, right? I'm basically holding it at 10 feet and just letting. Let me just see where I am here. I'm holding it at 10 feet. And just letting the energy just kind of as best as I can, especially in the smaller GA planes. I'm just holding the energy back and just kind of like letting. Look at this. I got the rudder full right rudder turn here, and I'm hitting the grass. That's awful. I'm just like letting the energy dissipate. This landing speed's about 125 knots. I usually try to keep this around 120, 130-ish. I figure it's about the same as the Challenger, and the Challenger is like 130, 135. Challenger, man, I can just absolutely butter that plane every time. I've flown that thing so many times. I used to, in X-Plane 11, when I was building like FBOs and stuff, I flew that thing, just carted, FBO building materials all over the place with that thing. So I really got used to landing and taking off. Flying next to the little Robinson, it looks like. All right, we're going to clean up here. And it's time to shut down the aircraft. So we're going to go engine, these covers off, and move these two. Oops. Okay, I'm worried now. I didn't hear this. I turned the engines off, and this didn't respond. Why? I turned the engines off, and OnAir didn't respond. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Engine off time logged.
Okay, there you go.
End of flight. Registered in OnAir company.
Here, let's turn that, and we can turn this off, that off, that off, that off, that off. And the plane goes to rest. So you see me in the A320. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'm going to start messing around with the A320 a little bit. I got to learn how to use FMS, the FMS. All right, so let's go to OnAir. We logged our flight. Let's see what did we get. 1.7 increase. Okay. We got 20 XP. Actually, we got 217 XP. Plus 20, so 227. We're going to OK that. Oh, right now? I'll do a takeoff in the E320. Yeah, let's do that. What time is it? I'll do a quick takeoff there. All right, so let's finish loading this, and while we're doing that, we're going to go with Diesel's idea. By the way, just one more look. Thank you again to Sly. Look at this. It's a beautiful livery, the VR Aviation livery. Isn't that dandily pretty? That's awesome. Awesome. Oh, you're right there in the King Air? You got here early, or did you fly this mission? Did you fly the same flight, Diesel, or did you just get here, just do it? Oh shit! Sorry, guys.
Laughlin Tower Longitude 112, ready for straight up departure at runway 34. Longitude 112 tree cleared for takeoff runway 34 departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 34 longitude 112 tree.
My mic working now? Okay, sorry. I think I hit pause by mistake. Sorry. Yeah. So what I was saying is, sorry about that. I was saying that I need to learn. Before I can really properly fly this. I need to learn the autopilot, because the trick to flying any plane is obviously you need to understand the flight systems, but if you understand the autopilot and how to use that, you can pretty much fly it anywhere. And the other thing that I need to become better at is let me see if I can get a picture of it here, the FMC, right? Let's just take a look at this. So here's my question. Like, I want to be, like, if I can load up flight plans, like in X-Plane, I can actually load up flight plans in here and just follow the flight plan. It's real simple. You know, I'm not sure if I can do that here. It's different than X-Planes. It doesn't have an index. It's different. So I'm going to have to learn how to use this. And this plane requires a lot more calculation. So, but it's one of my goals to do. To break out of the business jet and get into the big iron jet. Because obviously, I mean, if I can fly one of these things on air, then, you know, there's jobs that you can make a shitload of money doing. So, but in any event, let's get the parking brake off. And I'm just going to fly this baby. Hand fly. Flaps to 1. Let her go. Let's see how the ground handling is on this thing. I mean, it should take like big movements. Like, I'm barely moving the rudder pedals. Barely moving the rudder pedals. All right, I guess we want to be about 140. Yeah, it looks like it.
Overspeed, 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 overspeed.
Longitude 112 you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Oh, it's now got me as longitude because I put that as my call sign. I guess the call sign only works with a bigger iron. Now, why is this? Yeah, see, the systems are different here, so... Like, I'm trying to... There we go.
Longitude 112 acknowledge last transmission.
Yeah, Jay, now I'm in the big boy. I'm in the, somewhat of a big boy. Throttle seems really weird. Like, there's full throttle. And I'm trying to, like, I'm pulling back on the... Shake the flight director off. I'm pulling back on the...
Longitude 112 did you copy?
Shut up, dude.
Overspeed, 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 overspeed.
I mean, I'm literally like... Is this like normal? Like, I barely move the throttle and the thing comes back to almost idle? weird. And like now I'm pushing way down on the yoke. Doesn't seem like it's as reactive as it should be. I mean, I know it's a bigger moose, you know. And dude, I mean, could they come up with a couple liveries for it? I mean, they couldn't. I mean, they made a, you know, what, 50, 60, 70 million dollars on this game probably so far. They couldn't pay United or actually Air Canada and United probably would have paid them. They couldn't go to the airlines and say, "Hey, can we use your logos on a couple liveries?" Come on. Get some airline liveries in there.
Longitude 112 ATC service is terminated.
So now, this throttle is really weird. Like right there, like I'm like at 3/4 throttle, and to get it to, let me just look at what's happening there at the throttle. See, I don't know anything about this system. I don't know anything about it, but if I go, that's full throttle now. And I gotta really wank back on the stick to get this thing to go up. That shouldn't be. It's weird. All right, MSI, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. You're doing the Caribbean tour. Oh, yeah. In the TBM, I guess, or to get those XP? That's a long tour, man. All right, guys, I think I'm actually going to call it a stream, too. Listen, I really appreciate you guys on the Longitude, okay. Yeah, but you're burning a lot of gas to get those points, right? You think it's worth it? I guess it is. 320 Sim Pilot on YouTube. All right, I'll check that out. Oh, you bought one? Nice. Good job. Nice. Hey, Knight. Meow to you. Thanks for stopping by. 320 Sim Pilot. Another thing I learned from Diesel. All right, I got to remember that. Hold on, let me copy that. 320 Sim Pilot. Thank you. All right, I'll check him out. All right, guys. Listen, I appreciate you guys hanging out today. Let me get back in the cabin here so it's not noisy. In the cockpit. Putting the trim way down here to try to level this thing off. Take care, Diesel. Thanks for hanging out, guys. All of you guys. Stokes, thank you so much for spending your Saturday morning with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. You're welcome, Joe. I'll get that to you right away. Hit the like button. Please, if you like what you saw. If you don't, hit the dislike button. That's fine with me too. Please hit the subscribe button and the little notification. And take care, guys. Bruce, Sacrilege, Jason, all you guys, MSI, Diesel. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. And hit that notification button, and you'll get YouTube does their job. You'll get a little notification when I'm going to be streaming. Usually, if I post up. I always post up I always schedule it, like, I try to do it like a day in advance, or at least 24 hour or 12 hours in advance or whatever. So, but all right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you guys checking out the stream, and have a great Saturday, guys. Take care. Yeah, it is a beautiful view, isn't it? Jorge? That really is a beautiful view. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. Take care, guys.